What's up, guys? My name is Section from the Deviants, and today we're going to be reacting to... Am I recording? My Hero Academia, Season 5, Episode 19. I have something in my eye, and it's just not going away. In the last episode, in the last two episodes, we were dealing with the Todoroki family and dealing with Endeavor and his past with his family, and trying to figure out how to get over the past. Endeavor has to understand his family's feelings and somehow convince them that he is trying to be better. And it wasn't until the villain tried to capture Natsuo that Endeavor kind of, I guess he chipped the ice of Natsuo. And now hopefully Shoto and Natsuo are ready to somewhat accept Endeavor, or at least to the point of where they try to make it work. And in the very end, Endeavor said, like, hey, I can move you guys to this place that's closer to mom so that you don't have to travel as far, and I'll stay here. That way I don't trouble you guys more with, me being there. But anyways, let's get straight on into it. Make sure to put the original content as always. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Our work study took up the entire winter break. Still, it felt like it was over in a flash. And then, the third term began.
Today's class will consist of a practical briefing. We'll each share our accomplishments, challenges, etc. from over the winter break.
Quiet! Time to get started.
An auspicious new year, sir. I've apprised them of the schedule per your instructions.
Good.
Mr. Aizawa,
Yeah.
please report to the staff room immediately.
Chaco, is that a new costume? It looks amazing!
Did you just change the wrist things?
Hey, what you got in here? Ah! I'm just, keeping it close for now.
Whoa, you mean you mastered that weird new power?
That was quick. I thought it was going to be like a master story plot.
But I still can't control it for more than a moment. But it's strong.
No! Midoriya!
he died.
Is that his gray matter oozing out?
Midoriya!
Basically,
Oh, and it's
I
just still
gotta
there.
make my body move as fast as my brain.
I am here, the symbol of sweets. Get it? Sweet, cotton, candy,
Wait a second.
get it?
Where's Mr. Aizawa?
Ooh, nice car.
Can't you make this thing go any faster?
Enough already. Relax.
Since when is he, like, nervous? Serious. There we go. Serious. Oh, they're going to the place of, All for
I
One.
know I'm not telling you anything new, but indulge me. Nomu are humans whose bodies have been radically bioengineered to withstand multiple quirks.
They're marionettes with no will of their own. Or at least that's what we thought. This guy's a core member of the League of Villains.
If we can get him to spill some intel,
Who is it? Is
we'll
it,
be able to hit them where it hurts.
Twice?
It's sophisticated, so it took us a long time to figure out what was
Oh.
going on.
Kirigiri?
They've combined
his
a bunch
name?
of quirk factors, a base with others added to form a single new quirk. Turns out, it belonged to a kid you were quite familiar with in your UA days. This base quirk is a very close match to Oboro Shirakumo's.
This guy got the quirk from a
Once upon a
friend?
time,
Oh.
we were working hard to become heroes together.
I've been thinking when we graduate, we should start a hero agency. I mean, there's 3 of us after all. So even if one of us slips up, there's no doubt the other 2 will always have his back. Let's just do it!
What happened to him?
When Oboro Shirakumo died,
Oh.
he and I were doing our work study together. He got caught in a collapsing building.
In other words, Kurogiri is a kind of Nomu. And there's a high probability
So weird.
that the base of his quirks was adapted by using Oboro Shirakumo's remains.
So crazy.
Do you want to know why we often attack UA? It's simple, really. Where else can one find such a concentration of outstanding quirks? A rather logical strategic move, don't you think?
You still haven't explained why you brought us here.
Do you think our connection will lead to a miracle?
But I'll emphasize again, if you can just get him to talk, it'd be a major break in the case.
Mm-hmm. Can you
Present
use your
Mike.
quirk on him?
Eraserhead. I want you to reawaken Oboro Shirakumo's mind.
I feel like President Mike is gonna like just go crazy with this.
If you two can't get through to him, we're going to ask them to see him next.
Ooh. That's such a hard thing to do, people.
I would never allow his parents to think their son became something so disgusting.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, what an unexpected guest. I don't think we've met since the UA raid. How is Tomura Shigaraki doing?
Are you concerned about Shigaraki?
Indeed, it's my duty to look after him. I never questioned it. I'm not the type to neglect a friend.
Sound familiar?
Don't you remember? I was always hesitating. I didn't have a heart like you.
I'll lend you my goggles. They'll hide and protect your eyes so you can get in
Ah, and he still has those
close.
goggles.
Check it out. Now we match.
Oh?
I've been incredibly strict with my students.
Word on the street is you expel quite a few of them.
Maybe, but only on paper.
Wait, what?
The authority to expel and re-enroll them?
Yes, sir. Sacrifice for others is different than throwing your life away. I urge you to authorize it, sir.
Okay. So,
do you know why
do
I
other
did
students
it?
or
I didn't
do other
want them
teachers
to
have
make
this
the same
ability?
fatal mistake you did. I didn't want them to become heroes who devalue their own lives in the name of empty justice. I wanted to shape them into heroes who motivate and inspire.
Dang, even he's breaking.
The three of us, we could still do it.
We could be heroes.
I doubt this is gonna work.
Brainwave anomaly.
Who is producing the Nomu?
Where's Shigaraki hiding?
No. Okay. I think it's time to do that.
Tell me, the monster who did this to you! Where'd they take you to mess with your brain?
I don't.
The
He's gonna
three of
get,
us
like,
were in
knocked out
class
or
2A
something.
together at UA High School, and we were all going to become heroes together! You're Oboro Shirakumo!
This will be a failsafe.
I am Kurogiri,
Oh.
the protector of Tomura.
They were so close. What happened? Oh.
His brainwaves.
Quiet. I mean, there's three of us after all. So even if one of us slips up, there's no doubt the other two will always have his back.
It was in the hospital.
Something in the it was in the hospital?
Eraserhead. Present Mike. That's enough. You did well.
Are your eyes okay?
No.
They're a bit dry, but no big deal.
What an awful day for rain.
How's Kurogiri?
He shut down like he short-circuited or something.
Makes sense.
But anyway, he took a big step forward.
I made you reopen painful wounds. But trust me, something good has come out of it.
Right then. I'd better send this up the chain. Hospital. Even if that alone doesn't tell us much, it gives us a place to start at least.
Which one? How many hospitals are there?
We appreciate your hard work.
I feel like she's the bad guy. She has to be part of the bad people, right?
Hospital. The pieces have fallen into place. All that's left now is...
A human with his ego still perfectly intact. You're coming along nicely. Better than I ever imagined.
That's where he's been this whole time? You know, I was wondering for like the longest time where exactly Shigaraki was. And that's why I was so confused during this season when we were like the main people were like the Liberation Army. Like this is like the main baddie that they've been talking about. But yet we've seen people of the League of Villains show up. You know, they were in the discussion that Hawks was talking to. They were Dobby was talking to Hawks about the Nomu and stuff like that. So like I knew League of Villains either was part of the Liberation Army or they were like the head of it. And I was so confused because they were doing all these things without Shigaraki being involved. And usually Shigaraki is kind of like, let me be the say-so person in all this. So I was thinking about that. Then came all the Todoroki stuff. And then my mind went, to Endeavor and Todoroki, and I never really thought about Shigaraki anymore. Until the very end of this, and I was like, oh shoot, that's where Shigaraki's been this whole time. They want to turn him into a Nomu, per se. Or at least, I guess, train his body to control more than one quirk. Because that's basically what the Nomu is, right? The Nomu is an entity that holds more than one quirk. And usually the body is not able to hold more than one quirk. Therefore, they go either crazy or their body, completely destroys themselves. So that's why maybe I was confused in this episode of why Kirigiri was so different than the other Nomus. It's just maybe his body responded differently to the treatments or the tests than the other Nomus were. Because most of the Nomus that we encountered, other than the one Endeavor faced, were kind of what we call them, stupid. They're very obedient to their masters, and they didn't really have a personality. Whereas the one from Endeavor's encounter and then Kirigiri, they're a lot more self-aware and maybe had some personality from their previous life. Oh, and that's probably why All For One was continuously like saying like, oh, is Shigaraki the right person for to be my successor? I thought it just meant like, oh, he was going to be the leader, or he was going to be like the main villain, which could still be the case. But I think All For One is now talking about the ability to hold more than one power as well, like legit the successor of the ability All For One. And I gotta say, I'm surprised people aren't even more scared of All For One than they show. Because I didn't really think of it until now, but like there are some crazy powers out there. Like we met someone who can paralyze someone just by answering them back. Well, not only paralyzing, but they can control them. So to have that as a power, like you gotta think like there's some crazy powers that All For One could have, and you don't know all of them. So who knows if he has a quirk that can completely blind you if you look at him, or who knows if he has a power that can like slowly poison you just by being around him. I think the main fear you should have for All For One is the fear of not knowing, right? Not knowing what quirks he has, how many quirks he has, how deadly the quirks that he has. Because if you knew every single quirk he got, you might be able to, build a defense against them. But anyways, that was my reaction to My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 19, I believe. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want to know anything more, put a comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.